Good evening, everyone. Welcome back. We are going to go over pretty much some vocabulary today that you will hear in geometry. And this is lesson 1.2 when you get your books out in class and goes over points, lines, and planes. So, really, we're going to talk about what these definitions mean, and I put some lovely pictures in here for you. Hope you enjoy them. The first thing we're going to talk about is what a point is. And the geometric definition of a point is the location. It has no size. It is represented by a small dot, and it's named by a capital letter. So this would be point A, and this would be point B. It gives a location. Technically it's supposed to have no size, but we have to have a little bit of there to see where it is. So this would be point B and point A. Now, when you hear the word space, all that means is the set of all points. And remember, you need to be writing this down so you have it in your notes and you start getting it in your memory. Another word that you'll hear a lot in geometry is a line. And the definition of that is a series of points going opposite directions with no end. So here I have a picture of a line. Notice the arrows. And right here is how you show me that it's a line when you're writing it down. You put the 2 points, A and B, and you draw the never-ending arrow up above it. So that's how you show that. All right, something else you will hear in geometry, and if I'm going too fast, remember you pause it and catch up, and then you can start again. Collinear. If we think co, and you see line, co means together. So collinear points are points that are on the same line. So if we take a look at this little graphic I have right here, we've got, I could say that points U, P, and V are collinear. I could say that Q and and V are collinear, and also S. So points that are on the same line. Co just means together. Linear, a line. All right. Another word we'll hear is plane. And I like to just think of it as plain, like P-L-A-I-N. It's just flat, it's just ordinary. But this is P-L-A-N-E, plane. It's flat. It has no thickness, many lines, and extends without end. So here is a plane, what a plane would look like in geometry. Now if it's coplanar, just like collinear, that means we have points and lines in the same plane. So here points A, B, and C are all coplanar because they're in the same plane. Now you can name a plane by either a single letter, that's a single letter signifying a point, a single point that is in the plane, like plane A, or you could name it by 3 non-collinear points. So if you see the A, B, and C, they're not on the same line, so they're non-collinear, and so I could name this plane A, B, C. You don't want to use points that are on the same line, only if they're non-collinear. All right, move on down. In geometry, we will come across several postulates or axioms. They can be called either one. And all that is a fancy way to say something that is accepted as a statement or a fact. It's accepted in geometry. We're not going to argue with it. So right here, our first postulate, named 1.1, says that through any 2 points there is exactly one line. So if you see point A and point B, we can draw exactly one line through those points. And line T here is what's passing through. It's the only one that's going to pass through. No more lines can pass through that. And as an example, I put right here, you did things like this in algebra. You graphed equations to show where the lines they are on the graph. And you can pick out points, and through those points it's only going to be one line. Alright, postulate 1, I like to say 0.2-2, whatever you want to call it, postulate 1.2. If two lines intersect, like these do, they intersect at exactly 1 point. So line AE intersects with line BD here at point C. That's all that postulate says. Very simple. Postulate 1.3 deals with planes. If two planes intersect, as they are right here, you can see, they intersect in exactly one line. There's the line at where they intersect. So plane RST, remember we want non-collinear points. Yes, these are linear, but this one is not, so it makes them all non-linear points to name that plane. That's why it's named RST. And plane STW intersect at line ST. That's all it is. Pretty simple. Just need to remember these. And then finally, our last one for today is postulate 1. I know there's a dash there. I'm just going to call it 1.4 if that's okay with you. And it says, through any three non-collinear points, there is exactly one plane. And I drew the points in there to show you, like this would be A, B, and C. And through those points, there is exactly one plane. If you see it, I'm just going to kind of outline it here with my mouse. Alright, and that is postulate 1.3, I'm sorry, 4. So we've gone over 4 postulates and lots of definitions. So you need to write these down in your WISC and do a quick summary of what we talked about today. And we're going to use this information to do our work for the next 2 days. Yes, I said 2 days. I will see you tomorrow.